Hi, welcome to Spec Hunter. It looks like Apple is getting ready to refresh the Mac Mini again. In 2025, we might get new versions with the M5 and M5 Pro chips. Today, let's talk about everything we know so far. I'll also give you a quick look back at the current Mac Mini from 2024, what made it great, and how the upcoming models could be even better. Back in 2024, Apple surprised everyone by finally redesigning the Mac Mini. It was the first big design change in over a decade. The new design was a little thicker than before, but it was smaller overall and felt a lot more modern. Some even called it a mini version of the Mac Studio. It had a clean look, compact size, and impressive power for the price. It was a great choice for people entering the Apple ecosystem. The base model came with the M4 chip. It had 16 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. And all that started at just $599 in the US. Even better, with sales and special events like Amazon Prime Day, you could find it for as low as $450. That's amazing for what it offered. It was fast, reliable, and could handle daily tasks with ease. If you needed more power, there was the Mac Mini with the M4 Pro chip. It had better performance, more RAM, and more storage. Of course, it was more expensive, starting at $1,399. But again, sales brought the price down to about $1,200 or even $1,150 in some cases. So, whether you were a casual user or someone who needed more power, Apple had a good option for you. But now, people are wondering, will we get a new Mac Mini in 2025? Or is Apple going to skip it again like they did with the M3 version? In the past, Apple skipped the M3 Mac Mini and went straight to the M4, so it's fair to ask the question. But this time, it looks like something new is coming. Recently, a product roadmap was leaked. It shows Apple's plans for 2025 and 2026. Right at the top of the list, there's a Mac Mini with an M5 Pro chip. That's a strong sign. It almost confirms that a new Mac Mini will be released in 2025, but the list only shows the M5 Pro version, not the regular M5 version. It would be strange for Apple to skip the base model. Most people buy the standard version, not the Pro, so what could happen is Apple keeps selling the M4 Mac Mini at a lower price, while also launching a new Mac Mini with the M5 chip. This is similar to what happened with the MacBook Air lineup. At one point, both the M2 and M3 MacBook Air were sold at the same time. That same approach could work here too. Apple could sell the M4 version as the affordable choice, and offer the M5 and M5 Pro for users who want newer hardware and better performance. That would give people more options and better pricing across the lineup. Now let's talk about when this new Mac Mini might launch. Apple is working on the M5 chip, and it's expected to be used in new products like the iPad Pro and MacBook Pro. Those releases usually happen in the fall, most likely around October or November. So the Mac Mini could also come out at the same time, but if those major products take the spotlight, Apple might delay the Mac Mini and release it quietly in early 2026 if that happens. The most likely timing would be February or March. Apple has done soft product releases in those months before. But personally, I think the most likely time is still late 2025, either in October or November. If not, then early next year. As for pricing, I don't think Apple will change much. The base Mac Mini with the M4 chip launched at $599, and the M5 version will probably have the same price. You'll still get 16 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage, just with the newer chip inside. It's a formula that works, and Apple doesn't usually mess with pricing unless there's a big reason. The M5 Pro version will likely follow the same pattern. That means starting at around $1,399. Again, sales will probably bring that price down, just like with the M4 Pro. So it's a smart move for people who want more performance but don't want to go all the way up to a Mac Studio or Mac Pro. The most exciting part is the possible performance improvements. Over the last few generations, the number of GPU cores hasn't changed. The M2, M3, and M4 chips all had 10 GPU cores, so it's time for a change. The M5 might finally bump that up to 12 GPU cores. That would bring more power to graphics-heavy tasks like video editing and gaming on the CPU side. We might see a 10-core setup for the M5. That could include 6 efficiency cores and 4 performance cores. Together with GPU and other upgrades, the M5 could be around 25% faster than the M4. That's a big step forward and would make the Mac Mini even more capable for demanding users. Another bonus could be Thunderbolt 5 support. With the M4 chip, Thunderbolt 5 was only available in the Pro and Max versions, but now the base M5 might include it too. That would mean super fast data transfers up to 120 gigabits per second. It's great news for people who work with big files or use high speed. Accessories: the M5 Pro is expected to be even more powerful. If Apple skips the lower-end versions and only offers the full version, we could see a 16-core CPU. That would mean 12 performance cores and 4 efficiency cores. It's a big upgrade, especially for tasks like 3D rendering, compiling code, or running virtual machines. The GPU could also go up. The M4 Pro had a 20-core GPU. The M5 Pro might increase that to 22 cores. Like the base M5, that's around a 25% boost in performance across the board CPU, GPU, and even the machine learning unit. It's not a complete redesign, but it's enough to make a difference in real-world use. However, just like the base model, the RAM and storage might not change. You'd still start with 16 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. Of course, upgrades will be available, but the starting point stays the same. It's a smart move to keep costs down while still improving performance. So to sum it all up, we're looking at a Mac Mini that keeps the same size and design, the same price, and the same RAM and storage. But under the hood, we're getting much better performance. The M5 chip brings more CPU and GPU power, and even Thunderbolt 5, the M5 Pro version, could be one of the most powerful chips Apple has ever put in a compact desktop. If you already have the M4 version, you might not need to upgrade. But if you're still using an M1 or M2 Mac Mini or looking to buy your first one, this could be the perfect time. The price is fair, the performance is better, and the options are wider. Apple seems to be sticking with what works and just making it better. That's everything we know right now about the upcoming Mac Mini M5 and M5 Pro, as always. We'll keep you updated as soon as we learn more. Apple might surprise us again, so stay tuned for more news. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss a future update.